Being with Baba means eternity. Out of the concept of time. Being with Baba means to know oneself as the one that is pastless and futureless. Formless and soundless. Eternity means ever present now. Not everlasting now. Ever present now. So being with Baba means being a dimensionless point. Self cannot be measured with a ruler. Does not have a height or a weight. No length, no width. Undefinable. Do we see what these words are pointing at? Do I really know me? As this eternal being? Can mind ever contemplate eternity? Yes, it can think about eternity. It can contemplate over eternity, but it can never know eternity. Because mind is thought. And eternity is beyond thoughts. So, how can a thought ever know eternity? Mind is images. Eternity is imageless. So, how can mind ever know the imageless one? That is why God's love can only be known by the being beyond thought. Which is why Baba says, mind, intellect, and sanskars are needed for drama. How can there be a drama out of silence? Even now, can you see? You, the eternal presence. Can you see the dance of past and future in the now, on the screen of your mind? How the images of the past and the future are dancing. One getting replaced by the other. At times, maybe a blank screen. Just be aware of who you are. You feel the heart beating against the chest, making this moment feel alive, giving a sense of living moment. Heartbeat itself is changing every moment. But the one sitting in Baba's heart, changelessly. Experiencing this change of the heartbeat. Right here, this is bliss. Whatever you know yourself to be, you're automatically radiating that in the atmosphere without any effort. Deep down, whatever you know yourself to be. And if it's truly as Baba knows you, there's no doing love after that. You're just being it. That is why it's just Baba and I. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Should we study today's Murli? Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Sweetest children, it has been explained to you that this is the land of death, and that in contrast to this, there is a land of immortality. On the path of devotion, it has been shown that Shankar told Parvati the story of immortality. It's actually the ocean of knowledge, the one Father who tells this story. You, my child, has to explain how to conquer death. It is this knowledge that makes you immortal and eternal, and also increases your lifespans. So how do you explain how to conquer death? First, we have to explain to ourselves, right? How do we conquer death? You have to explain how to conquer death. It is this knowledge that makes you immortal and eternal, and also increases your lifespans.
Soul never dies. Soul is immortal. It's that perishes. Body which is five matter has to go where it came from. Soul just goes through the life of cycle of birth and death, it just changes the costume. Soul is nothing can destroy or damage or hurt or cut or burn this soul. But not so. Soul is constant, just that pure being, that point of light. Just having that understanding that the body has to come into action to play the part. The body, the mind, and intellect is given for the soul to just play that role. Role is over, then it just moves on. So there is, just like Baba says, it just sheds the skin of the snake. Like the snake just does that. It's so effortlessly. There's that.
There's more to death, no? More than just the body. Somebody said death of false identity. Yeah, there is no death.
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti.
It's a death of falsehood, what never belonged to me. It's death of that. Yeah. And immortality is forever, forever. Like in commentary, Baba was making us experience so beautifully immortality right now. And Baba was showing us where you have to die. Dying is also being detached, detaching me, the real immortal truth, being with the truthful Baba, and whatever is falsehood, that's I'm dying from. That's my understanding.
Death is just a thought, right? Death is just a thought. And that is why Baba keeps telling us, conquer your mind.
But sister, you said once there is no death. Even this costume of Anshu will be regained after 84 births at the same time.
And that's why
So
we are
no fear. Yeah, death is nowhere, anywhere.
death is just a thought.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you give some example, define it little more, how it is a thought?
See, for example, when Baba says that you're timeless truth, right? Timeless truth, which means soul is beyond the mind because the concept of time exists only in the mind, right? It doesn't exist otherwise. So, for example, right here, I remember when I told my mother, I did not, somebody was speaking to my mother-in-law part, and then they told her, you're 70 years old. And she said, but I don't feel 70. She said, I don't feel 70. And instinctively, somewhere the soul knows that it is a number in the mind. It is somewhere the concept of birth and death is just in the mind. I am ageless. Anybody, even those who are not in Gyan, you ask them, how old are you? And they'll say, whatever the age of the body may be much older, let's say 70, 80. And they'll say, but I don't feel it.
Yes, they defy, they say we are sweet 16.
Yeah.
Most of them. They feel it all
More
the time.
16, it is more like the agelessness of the being that they are feeling and knowing.
Spirited, yeah, spirited. So sister, when non-BKs also, they accept it that they are not their age. So you
Yeah.
mean they are all, so you mean they are also experiencing, like your mom-in-law, the agelessness, the
Yes.
timelessness being?
The instinct of every soul is agelessness. The instinct of every soul is immortality. Death is a concept which exists only in the mind as a thought, right? So, and because of the concept of time, time is past and future, right? So let's say, for example, we'll take 2 slots of time, right? The time of this moment of now, and let's say sometime in the past. Do you want to think of something in the past? Maybe yesterday, day before, 10 years, I don't know, whenever.
Yeah,
In the past. Can you take that? Any
yeah.
incident, any experience of the past.
Mm-hmm.
Take one, let's say dinner, the dinner you had yesterday. Yeah?
Yeah,
At the moment of now. Now what happens is, in this moment of now, I ask you, so you say, so you said dinner I had yesterday. Let's say you said that, right?
yeah.
But the dinner you had yesterday exists where?
In our mind, image in our mind.
In a memory in your mind, right? That is all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like somewhere in your mind it exists. I'm not talking about the thought that comes right now, because thought of the past is also coming in the moment of now. So really past also exists in the now. Can anybody ever say that they have experienced the past or the future? Can anybody ever say, this will clear up the immortality, yeah? That is why. Can anybody ever say that they have experienced the past or the future? We're not talking about the thought that is coming in this moment of now about the past. No. You're talking about the experience of that scene of the past. Are you experiencing it now? Is that your experience now? No. Is that future that you dread or you look forward to as your mind? Are you experiencing it now? No. So what's 65 years? Where is 65 years? Where is impending death at the age of 70, 80, 90, whatever your mind is saying? Where is it? All that is now. So where is death?
But sister, if there is anything, past experience, if it is very good or very bad, when we think about it, we feel about it, sister.
Yeah, you may feel it as a thought and as a feeling, as a sensation, which is in the moment of now.
Okay.
Right? But that incident is not here right now. It is only in memory.
Correct. In the memory.
Yeah. So if I really see death is just coming to the memories in the mind. Yeah.
Yes.
When Baba is talking about immortality, body is made up of sanskars, right? We said that body is just a visible mind, right? That's all body is. So body that is made up of sanskars was never solid as it looks, right? So then when we know that, and we know that every thought of the past and the future is just a thought that is coming in my mind right now, what is death then? What is death?
So
That
death
is
isn't
also thought.
change of the costume, right? Isn't that the process? Death is one physically one sees is a change in the costume, like from one to the other. It's just a transition. It's a process of transition.
Is there any death?
No, there
Body
is no death.
Soul hasn't died.
has
Death
body.
is just temporary. We give to the body person when leave the body, one and body. Their name we gave just death.
Yeah.
There is no death.
There is no
subject.
death. Is there any death to the body? For something to die, it has to be alive.
So,
Yes.
so it means the body is already dead, right? This 5 elements is already dead. It's alive because of the soul.
It feels and
Because of
appears
me.
alive. It was
Okay.
never alive. It
Okay.
appears alive because of the thoughts in the mind.
Okay.
So that is why mind and body are so intricately connected. Yeah, it is an illusion. Yeah, it is my thinking process that keeps the body alive. Feels like it's alive and it appears to be alive. Right? So if there was no thinking process, there is no concept of death. That is why in Golden Age, despite having a body, there's no concept of death.
Om Shanti, sister. Sister, so this one just had the opportunity to explore this further with a practical example. There's a brother in our center whose mother got detected by cancer, last stage, third stage, and doctors have asked them to take her home. Now, So he has asked me to give course online to her mother. I mean, that's his wish for her. But sister, at the moment that I can see the family members, the brother himself, and even to some extent the soul also, I see this looks very real, because all of the sudden from nowhere, you know, his life was going stable and everything. From nowhere, this thing comes that her mother is in the last stage. The mother is dying, isn't it? The mother as a role is dying.
Mother identity in the mind is dying. There's no such thing as a mother. Is there?
But it looks real, sister, when we are playing this drama, isn't it?
It looks real to the mind. Yes, it does. It does look real to the mind, which is why Baba says, connect with me in all relationships. Until I connect with him in all relationships, everything outside will feel real constantly, because our thinking mind is constantly occupied with these thoughts about the worldly, mundane things. Worldly, mundane things means body, image, self-image, especially the self-image. If the self-image dies, everything dies with it. If the self-image remains intact, everything remains intact with it.
Can you explain self-image more in detail?
Yeah. So self-image is what Baba wants us to make sure that that comes to merging of the self-image. So for example, like this thought, I am the son and I want my mother to take the course before she leaves the body. Words we are using before she leaves the body. Yeah. And I want my mother to take the course. Yeah. Now, it looks very pure desire, and it is a pure desire as far as the personal level self-image is concerned. This is the purest desire you can have as a person. Absolutely. Yeah. But really, as a soul, when I'm seeing it, I can see that there is no such thing as a son for the soul. The label of the son, the label of the mother, none of these things exist except in my mind as some self-image attached to this personal mind-body complex. There is no self-image if there is no thought there. Yeah.
But sister, till we are in this body, the mind is active and mind will be creating thoughts, right?
Yeah, mind will be creating thoughts. And that is why Baba is saying that knowing yourself as you are, now your mind will also become connected with me. So connecting with Baba means being in eternity. Connecting with Baba means not lingering in the past and the future thoughts of the mind. Connecting with Baba means being always with him in the moment of now. That is why Baba keeps telling us waste thoughts is what really every soul is suffering today. Why is he so much against waste thinking? Against means he's not saying that it should not be there. What he's saying is that waste thinking is what is really causing the suffering for the soul. Yeah. Bodily detachment can still easily be there, right? I have seen people who can kill each other in the sake of the name of their family. So bodily attachment may not be that much, but the attachment to this personal self-image is very deep. Believing myself to be every thought that my mind thinks, I believe that, and the image and the world that it paints, I believe that thought to be me. My 65 years of experience. What 65 years and what experience are you talking about? Only in my mind. My only moment. Sorry?
I think the vocabulary of this world is only, that is the biggest hurdle.
Mhm.
I mean, that does not helps us be our true self. You're so right that every time my mother, death, and all the vocabulary of this world is so opposite to our
Baba's
truth.
one. Yeah. It is. But the beauty is that is why Baba is divinizing everything for us, even language, even the way we see our thoughts and we know ourselves and the way we see him and the way we see others through him. He's divinizing everything because he knows how trapped we are, hypnotized we are by our minds and body complexes. Yeah. So how do you live throughout the day then? So that it is practically possible to live automatically like that. And that is why entire focus is on yourself. 100% focus is on you, the being of light with Baba. Nothing else can ever be your focus after that. More you know yourself as that deeply the being of light who's experiencing the mortality of the body, the one who's experiencing the mortality of your thoughts, the one who's experiencing the perishability of your feelings. You are experiencing everything, but you yourself are a bhokta. More I know me as that a bhokta, a sochta, a karta, but experiencing all the soch, all the experiences, all the actions. But none of these actions, experiences, and thoughts can ever define me. More I'm living with Baba and seeing everything with detachment from a place of complete detachment from any of these things. Then I can say, yes, I am experiencing and knowing my primary experience of being with Baba, aware of the secondary experiences happening within me. Yeah, that is immortality. Immortality is not just a person imagining a star and seeing itself, I'm not that body, I'm that star. That is not immortality. That is bachpan ka khel that Baba has to teach the mind. It is just another idea I have created. I am an immortal being. But until I'm really becoming very impersonal with my thinking mind, it is not possible to know your immortality. And you will see fear of any slightest attack to the body, and its body is like, it's like, subtle. कोई पीछे से आके एकदम से आवाज देगा, and it's like, what? It's just instant reaction is that. And that's okay. I, the immortal being, can see these subtle reactions that the mind is creating with the body. It's not me. It is the mind reacting to this concept of fear of this mind and its self-image dying and the body going with it and the self-image attached to the body. This whole complex is dying for the mind. And mind fears death because it's the death of the thought is the death of the mind. Yes, Devashri?
ओम शांति।
Om
एक
Shanti.
बात याद आ रही है, जैसे अर्जुन को जब कहा था ना, सब धनुष धरो और सभी को मारो, तो उन्होंने कहा था कैसे मारेंगे, सब अपने हैं, मतलब इतना मोह है, तो उन्होंने स्वयं मारना, मतलब उनको बॉडी को नहीं मारना, हमारा अंदर जो अटैचमेंट है ना, बॉडी के साथ, माइंड के साथ, उसको मारने के लिए कह रहे।
Bilkul, bilkul. Very good. Exactly when Arjuna was asked, you have to kill everyone. How can I kill my family? Which family? What family?
सब मरे पड़े हैं, क्या
सब
किसको
मरे-
मारोगे, सब तो मरे पड़े, बस तुम्हारा स्मृति जागृत हो जाए।
Bilkul, bilkul. Everything
तुम
is
मरे हुए को अभी भी अपना समझते हो.
bilkul, bilkul. Nothing is ever dying, but nothing is ever alive. And that which is alive will never die. So where is the fear? Yeah. So fear is just another emotion, another label that a certain lower feeling has been labeled as. So immortality is not something I am immortal mantra of the mind. I'm an immortal being and I'm this and I'm that. That is not immortality. Immortality has to really be seen beyond the mind. Right? Because mortality is living in the mind. So, which is why, I mean, in practical, the way this one at least sees it is like when I see Baba more and more using my mind, I make sure my mind is seeing Baba as the mother, Baba as the father. My mind is seeing Baba as a friend, Baba as a husband, Baba as a child. So what is happening is mind which was fearing the end of all these relationships. What happens is mind that is fearing the end of all the things that it was receiving from these relationships. It starts to receive from Baba. Yeah. The mind starts to receive everything from Baba. I, the soul, am already belonging to God. But now even the mind is stepping out of these fears, these attachments. So more Baba feels like my world, then there's no concept of time and space and thoughts and all of that the thoughts paint. Does that mean these fears don't come? Of course they do. Does that mean attachments don't show up? They do. But because you are thoughtlessly combined with Baba, you are aware of the thoughts and the fears and the aberrations of the mind as separate from you. So mortality and immortality, do you think a golden aged soul that it is immortal? Does it think about immortality? A golden aged soul? No. It doesn't need to think. It's just being immortal.
दीदी आज बाबा ने कहा साकार मूर्ति में सत्युग में के तुम बादशाही बनोगे, तो एकदम से क्लिक हुई सत्युग है क्या, माना जो सुखदाही हमारा मन, जो हमारा प्रकृति है, उसमें भी हम अलग डिटैच है, उसमें भी हम हावी नहीं होता आधा कल्प तक. तो जो अभी सुख और दुख दोनों से मैं परे हूँ, अभी जो स्थिति बार बार कांस्टेंट रख पाती हूँ, तभी हम आधा कल्प के लिए जो सुखदाही होगा मन, उससे भी हम डिटैच हावी नहीं होंगे.
बिल्कुल,
वह
बिल्कुल,
सत्युग.
बिल्कुल. Absolutely. That is where Satyug is now. You are knowing your immortality while seeing the fear of death in the mind and the happiness of longevity in the mind. You're seeing both, but you're knowing your immortality. You know? That is what Baba is talking about. Conquer time. Conquer time. It's a useful concept and it's a very useful tool, but it's not you. It's not the truth. So how human beings can conquer death is very good. The example of the snake applies to the golden age. It sheds its skin and naturally has another. This is called unlimited disinterest because snakes don't think. Do they think? Animals don't think. That is why it's not so difficult for them. Do they wake up every morning thinking, how will my day be today?
Man is also a social animal. No? We used to write
Yeah, but
essay. We are
that is different. Yeah, but animals don't think like humans do. They don't have a human intellect, right? Yeah. Do they say, oh my God, I wonder if there will be a lion there to attack me today? Does a deer go out in the jungle looking for food with that concern in its mind? They still survive. Yeah. Because they're not thinking. That is the beauty. Of course, it doesn't mean that if you need to protect the body, you will protect the body. There's no doubt about it. But you're not living with the constant thinking. And thinking perpetuates the self-image. And self-image creates the fear of death. Right? That is what. That is why Baba says, मुझे सोचने का काम करने दो, तुम मत सोचो. तुम सोचो मत. Let me think for you.
You know, सोचेंगे तो सब गलत ही सोच.
Exactly. You please don't think. Let me do everything for you. So sweet he is. So Baba is saying, you know that the whole world is going to be destroyed and that you will have to shed your old bodies. Your present old skin is the last one of your 84 parts. Now, see, when we hear the word skin, we just think it's a physical costume, right? And it's very natural for all of us to think like that. But old skin is made up of what? Sanskars. Coming together, matter is nothing but energy of matter. Coming together as in the form of sanskars. That is why we are saying body is nothing but a visible mind. That is all it is.
Baba said in the Murli, based on the sanskars, you get the features.
Exactly. So what is body made up of? Sanskars. And what is soul most attached to? What is it most attached to?
Sanskars.
That is why old skin is made up of many, many things which we can't see. Actually, it's made up of things we can't see only. So there they are aware that way. So that is why we say that do observe the sensations of the body. It's very useful actually. Whenever there's some intense feeling of fear, anger, frustration, don't hate it. You're reliving, you are reinforcing that sanskar of fear by disliking that discomfort feeling in your body. Seriously. So instead of identifying with that discomfort and trying to get rid of it, see that discomfort feeling with Baba, the bodiless being. Baba, the sensations of the body are feeling very constraining. It's okay, these are words. Allow me to take care of them, child. These are just words. Constraining, limiting, discomfort. Let go of them. What is the body? It's just feeling some sensations. There's nothing else to it. And your mind has outlined it with some boundary to it. Okay, this is me. No, it's just a bundle of sensations. It's very useful to get over this self-image which is attached with the sensations of the body. Very useful. There's a self-image, a personal identity attached to the sensations of the body.
How is it attached to the sensations of the body?
Yeah, because when we say, I'm feeling very fearful, and immediately the whole body is feeling very...
Okay, then you make it your identity of fearful.
Identity. Now I am a fearful person. So fear was a thought. It reflected in the body and sensations. And then I became that fearful person.
Like if the heart palpitations are happening, then
The
you say,
heart
oh,
palpitations.
it
And
has,
yeah,
right.
exactly. So you're really identified with body, mind, both. And that is why just seeing myself in the home of light as a soul is not very useful. It just becomes an intellectual practice after a while. You've got to do both. You've got to know your truth beyond body and mind. Otherwise, it's another intellectual commentary. It's very nice and important to know my truth. And home is where? Wherever I know my truth. Home is in the moment of now. Home means what? What does home means? What is home?
Present.
Nice.
Present.
Yeah, in the moment
Present.
now.
Whole.
Home is
Yes.
moment of now. There is no past, no future, timelessness. Baba has given a certain image to the mind to help you step out of the mind and the worldly world of matter. That is all. But if you get trapped in now the image of the mind, you don't know yourself beyond that image. Even beyond word is kind of little limited. Beyond also, you're above and beyond nahi. Atma is here and now. There's no above and beyond also for the soul. Soul is just here and now. In this moment, I am enlivening this moment. Yeah. That's all. That's me. That's now. That's here. So Baba is really telling us that that is the truth of every being here and now. I can see all the beings. I can see their different forms also. Yeah, different forms, but being is the same. Like Baba. Yeah, home is where Baba is. And Baba is with me here and now. Is Baba somewhere far, far away? Somewhere far beyond in a land of no man's land. It reminds me of Disney stories, actually. From a land far, far away, there used to be a prince and a princess, whatever it was, the stories of Disney movies. Yeah. So now, just know, Baba and I, eternity is now. Eternity is not everlasting now. It's ever present now. That's why Baba says time is not linear. Is it linear? There's a beginning to time and end to time? No. Why does he show it in a circle or an infinity? Why?
No end, no beginning.
There is no beginning, no ending. So then the whole drama can merge in one point? Yeah. In one point, in one dot, the whole drama is merged. Yeah. So whereas life has a beginning, death is the ending, then what is beginning? What is ending? See, these are the things you have to give your mind to contemplate. You, the soul, give your mind to contemplate these things whilst you are resting in eternity. as eternity. Give these things to your mind to contemplate.
Contemplate में मनन चिंतन.
Yeah, sorry. Contemplate means reflecting.
Okay.
Yeah, reflecting. Yeah. But no, you are not that contemplation and reflection. You're the observer of even that reflection and that contemplation. Yeah, only the word drama can put a full stop to the illusion, stories of the mind instantly. Yes. Drama means eternity. Eternity means now. Finished. What past? किसने मेरे साथ क्या किया? कौन क्या करता है ने वो? What feelings do I feel and what? All of that is just gone in no time. In no time, because it's just in a thought in your mind and it is appearing in the moment of now, right now. Past appears as a thought, future appears as a thought. When? Now. The timelessness is a beautiful thing for mind to contemplate. It can never understand it, that's different. But we know we are beyond it. Because timelessness means death of mind. Yeah? It is the death of mind. Timelessness means. I remember a long time ago, I had heard Sister Jayanti once mention that, you know what? Between two thoughts, there's a silent gap. I didn't understand it at that time. But she mentioned it, that between two thoughts, there's a silent gap. And if you really want to know who you are, know that silence between two thoughts. But now what I have understood even is more like, even before that two thoughts, I already exist. In between two thoughts, I'm still there. Thinking is happening in front of me. I'm not obscured by my thinking mind. I am before my thinking mind. So I'm before the thoughts. Right? I'm before the thoughts. I'm the knower of all the thinking. But when there's a silent gap between the thoughts, I know that even when there's a silent gap, I'm still there. And even when the next thought comes, I'm still there. I cannot never be not present. So I am ever present. So where is death for me? No death. There cannot ever be a moment when you're not there. Where is death?
ओम शांति सिस्टर, ये जो कहते हैं ना कि वो जो गैप है उसको पकड़ना है, ये मैंने भी सुना था ये बात, लेकिन वो जो दो थॉट्स के बीच में एक गैप है उसको पकड़ना है.
हाँ.
इसका क्या मीनिंग हुआ?
इसका मीनिंग एक्चुअली यही है that the soul can, you know how when you go in the sleep time, when you are sleeping, even this person body going to sleep, कई बार ऐसा होता है पूरी रात कोई सपना नहीं आता. No dream at all. है ना? होता है कभी कभी, तो होता होगा ऐसा. And you wake up and you realize that, oh, I slept for 6 hours. Immediately mind kicks in. 6 hours I slept. But actually, there is no such thing as 6 hours. It is the mind talking about an experience of the soul. How can mind talk about the soul's presence? So mind cannot talk about it, but mind immediately gets up and says, I had such a good 6 hours sleep today. It's mind talking. But actually in that, the soul was fully present. But because no thought was being shown light upon, there was no dream. There was the existence of the mind was dormant. And that is why you feel rested, because the mind was not. Even in your sleep also disturbing you. Because the mind was silent. So you were able to have a good night rest with no dreams. You woke up as though, and then again, the moment you wake up, your mind is constantly talking about you as though it can talk about you. It doesn't even know you. Dreams are coming when I'm shining light on my thoughts, even in my sleep. And then that dream world is there. And I'm living as some character in my dream world.
Om Shanti Didi, is it Chitta that we call?
Yeah, Chit is like subconscious and unconscious mind. Yeah, and there are lots of memories in it and all. So more I'm living with Baba, you will see many things will start to merge. Chit is becoming more and more cleaner. Yeah. Because you are spending more time as a soul with Baba and you're not living your life interfering with your mind and trying to fix it and change it. Then what will happen? Mind will automatically start to be more silent also. Because what really keeps mind active is your interference and constantly poking it. That's what keeps it active and alive and stimulated. Because you, the soul, you keep believing whatever it says. So you keep poking it. And more you keep poking it, more it's stimulated, it becomes agitated, it becomes restless. Right?
So what is the difference between sisters? Conscious mind, subconscious mind, and unconscious? Three minds we say, na?
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't matter which level of the mind it is, because mind is just not so important, right? And it's very, very important what you asked, because many, many times we give a lot of importance to subconscious mind, unconscious mind, conscious mind. In fact, there are books and books and books written on it. Libraries are filled with the books on mind. Very true. Very important what you just said.
No, so Didi, there is this book that I've read, The Power of Subconscious Mind, where they say that any thought that you sleep over, your last thought, it goes inside your subconscious mind and it creates that reality. And the same happens with in the morning. Your subconscious mind is more active. Your conscious thinking is not active. So whatever thought you create have that power of manifesting. So that's the whole book about, and it's a very popular book.
Yeah, and see, where is the soul there who's thoughtless? Absent. Absent. The one who has to give a thought is not even there in the book.
That's the key, Didi. That's the essence. Like that's
that
like,
only Baba can teach.
Yeah. That understanding itself reduces so many efforts that we have been taking for so many births. Like we get lost in those labels, subconscious, unconscious, this mind, that mind. Why do you have to get into all of that?
It is too much importance given to the mind more than it deserves. Too much importance given to the intellect and sanskars more than it deserves. The one who's really the silent presence, nobody is looking at that one. Because that one is so silent, so humble, so just presence, so uninteresting for the mind. So it just wants to keep delving in its own layers. Entertaining itself. And then Baba says, no. पहले मैं आत्मा हूं, फिर बाप को याद करो. पहले मैं माइंड हूं, फिर बाप को याद करो नहीं. पहले I'm a soul, and then remember the Father. बाबा से पहले मैं सबकॉन्शियस थॉट हूं, फिर बाबा को याद करो. Now, know your silent presence, your naked truth. That is why Baba ko Marjiva Jeevan is so pyara. Because then once you die, there is nothing to think about. Once you know that truth about yourself, thoughtless self, then use the tool of time. We are not invalidating mind and its thoughts and time and its concept and its practical applications. We are absolutely not denying it. But first know your innate, inherent truth of who you are. And then from there, come into using these beautiful tools that have been put at your disposal for the sake of the drama that you play. But first, I need to know me. Only then, it's like the TV and the screen. Let's say there's a scene of a beautiful landscape on the television. Yeah? Beautiful scene. Yeah? Let's say screen is you and the landscape is the life of this person. Yeah? There's this person called Rini in the images on the TV. And then there's this particular life of this and this beautiful sunset and the landscape and the beautiful ups and downs of this. I'm seeing all those different ever-changing images on the screen of the TV. Yeah? And screen is one with those images. It literally feels like it's so intimately connected with those images that after a while, you don't even see those images. You just see sorry, but you don't see the screen. You only see the images. Because they are so much more colorful and so much more entertaining. What to do? Just so absorbed in those images only on the screen. And the life of that person in that image and there's so many other images and the other persons, and I see some neighbors just passing by and their life story just immediately clicks, and then all of those things are playing on the screen of the mind TV. Yeah, but actually,
Didi, same thing. Sorry. Same thing with the sound, like whatever you're explaining, this understanding helped so much. I don't know why, like this one had to go through a brain MRI 2 weeks back. Something happened, and that 15 minutes experience was all about sound. There were two different kind of sounds that had given me headphones and all of that, but I enjoyed that experience and I could see that difference. Had I been the same person, like maybe 3 months back, I would have, Baba, please save me, Baba, Baba, Baba. I would have cried, but I thoroughly enjoyed that experience and like it didn't feel anything basically. So yeah, like what you say about images goes with sound as well.
yeah,
That
so
was the
those
moment.
images are compounded with sound and movement also, and colors. Yeah, and then we start seeing, oh wow, screen को तो कोई देख ही नहीं रहा, किसी को interest ही नहीं है screen में. Why? Because it's just so dull, so changeless. It just is there. It's just no interest, not interesting at all. But without the screen, can those images be there? They can't be. So
Didi, if we have to define, again coming back to how to conquer death, so, in a word or in a sentence, what it would be?
I would be more like more and more attention whenever thoughts come, on behalf of who are these thoughts coming? Who are these thoughts pointing to? Are they pointing to the one who cannot speak and cannot think? Yes. Soul cannot really think. There's just a scripted mind that is spontaneously thinking. And I have lived as that scripted mind with certain self-image that it paints and a world it paints of Rini personal, and in this case, Rini's personal identity. It could have been Mary's personal world. Whatever image it painted based on that self-image, I lived as the soul lived as that. But now, whenever a lot of thinking comes, or some less thinking comes, or whatever, no thinking comes, and I, the being, was like, even this silent mind is presenting itself to who? Right? I keep asking this question. It is very useful thing in the beginning. Right? Fear comes. On behalf of who there is this fear, Baba? I talk to Baba literally. Baba, on behalf of who is this fear being experienced in the body and mind? Yeah? And then Baba really talks to you. It is that self-image that you believe yourself to be. You are this bodiless, imageless being, but there's a self-image that you believe yourself to be. On behalf of that one, that particular bodily image that there is in the mind, on behalf of that one, there is this fear that is being created. So Baba, who's disliking this discomfort? On behalf of who? To whom is it pointing? Who is the one who's containing all these experiences? You, the point. Remember I told you that dimensionless point and you have these 84 births recorded in you? Yes, Baba, but what does that mean when you tell me that they're in me? So then Baba tells you, these are the dance of sanskars that are taking place within you. These are the experiences that are constantly going up and down, high and low within you. But you are that container that's containing these experiences. Do you see that, child? Nothing is getting touched to you. Know yourself as that being. That's why I'm telling you, you're a point and there are 84 sanskars of births of sanskars within you. So who's disliking this experience? Oh, who's disliking? Because your nature is what? Baba, dislike matram avidya. I don't know what dislike is. I'm beyond likes and dislikes. So then who's disliking it? Oh, there's a certain self-image the mind has created. And that one is disliking it. So who is that one? You know that particular self-image that is a localized image in a particular dream that you have, and then there's a particular dream character through which you explore the dream world. It's an image in your mind, right? When you're exploring the dream world, it's an image through which you explore that dream world, right? It is that dream image, a self-image that your mind has dreamed up. And because you believed yourself to be that image, you just explored that dream world of this personal, so many thoughts. When my mind says, oh, she's nice, she's not nice, it's in my dream world. Certain self-image likes certain other image, dislikes certain other image. It's not the soul. Soul does not like or dislike. It's on behalf of that dream character, there is a like and there's a dislike. So Baba really shows you, these are the conversations you have with Baba. Right? So on Baba is like, he really gives the question to the mind. And then his mind is also very much at play with us. His mind is very active with us. Because his mind needs to be active with us beings of light. Because our minds are gone case anyways. I mean, our minds have all those stories which are constantly playing right now. So we just use God's mind right now. I just don't think I have a mind. It's just Baba's mind I'm using. So it's like Baba's mind is very pure like him. So then it's like, these are the, every time just keep bringing back to who's the one who's aware of all of this. You are the being that is aware of all of this. You are that being of light that is carrying this golden aged sanskars, silver aged sanskars, iron aged sanskars. They are just for the sake of play. And in confluence age child, each one will come and bubble up in front of you. That's confluence age for you. It's a confluence of all the sanskars. Vast confluence of God and soul is also happening. You know how when everything needs to be reshuffled, you have to take everything out and then you reshuffle everything, right? So reshuffling of sanskars is happening right now. By who? By the one who's beyond sanskars. So who am I? So there's a peaceless feeling. Am I peaceless ever? No. Am I temporary peaceful? No. Then who am I? Baba, who am I? So it's all about you. Really, you don't have time for anything else. It's just about you. Then automatically love for other souls and love for this soul and that soul is automatically there because your idea about who you are is beyond all the mind's ideas. So naturally it is there. It's flowing from you. Right? Does that make sense? That's what Baba is telling us. That don't. That's why he's saying don't identify with anything changing, child, because there's a reshuffling of sanskars happening right now in your mind. Everything will come up. But you stay in your untouched self with Baba. I'm giving you my introduction so that you know yourself. And you just stay with me. Sorry, yes? And would you like to say something?
We are just Sudarshan Chakra and the
Yeah.
Anguli is not touching any.
Well, absolutely. Untouched self. That's why you need to know the soul that is beyond the mind, before the mind, the knowing of all experiences which are constantly changing. I'm not even in the middle of two thoughts. I'm before all the thoughts, but my silent presence can be felt by the body and mind in between two thoughts. But I'm present even before these two thoughts also. And even when they are appearing, I'm still present. That is why I am ever present. In that, some unpleasant feelings are coming, some pleasant feelings are coming, some good feelings are coming, some bad feelings are coming. But what am I really knowing myself as? That is all that you really need to pay attention. Who do I really know myself to be? Until that is not clean and clear in every moment, it is some veneer. You know how you put some veneer on some furniture pieces? I don't know, what do you call it in Hindi? A veneer. What do you call it?
Sirka.
Is it, I don't know, is it sirka? Sirka is vinegar.
Yeah. Vinegar.
No, veneer.
Yeah.
Veneer, you know it? I don't know. It makes something look bright superficially and artificially.
Okay.
Sanmaika. Laminate when we put on the furniture, no? So veneer is a different type of
Acha. Okay.
Some sort of polish which we put on the furniture.
Yeah, some polish.
That is a Sanmaika which is to be polished and then put it on the
Make it look beautiful.
Yeah, that's
अंदर तो गड़बड़ है नीचे अपने आप को कुछ और ही समझ के ऊपर लगा रहे हैं वेनियर
ऊपर से चमका देते हैं
हाँ चमका रहे हैं and that is why it has to truly be who am I as a seed in every moment. That is only attention and that can only be with Baba. That is why his company is so crucial for the being. I can't be 1 second. No thought can have the power to separate me from God. And that is why we, I and Baba combined. Then no veneer will do its job. I don't need a veneer because I'm the authentic, original, true self that I am. And I don't need a veneer. Right? So know that innate, inherent, absolute truth of who you are with zero duality. Otherwise, mind, I am karmatit and I am whatnot and I am this and I am that. Mind can say so many things. Mind can also pretend to be absolute. That is why the one who's not taking care of themselves in every moment, just self and Baba, self and Baba. Thoughts are ja rahe, feelings are ja rahe. Whatever they are coming, and if they're intense, ask, Baba will ask you. His mind will ask your mind. So my mind to hota hi nahi hai. His mind is also just like talking to me, the soul. And it's like, Baba is talking to me, the soul. मैं ज़्यादा mind use नहीं करती हूँ. Just Baba and the soul is talking. And Baba is talking to the soul. And it's like, child, see this. It's just literally a thought. Are you telling me that you're afraid of a thought? Are you telling me that this feeling can overpower you, the infinite being of peace and love eternally? Eternity means, again, not long, but means in the now. The one who has no opposite. Are you telling me this temporary peace can make you feel good? No. So internally, constantly, Baba and I, Baba and I. It's a matter of giving another habit to your mind. उसकी आदत है दूसरों के बारे में सोचने की और दूसरों से बातें करने की. Right? Instead, just pay attention to your truth with Baba. Automatically, it will just bow down to you. Yeah? So we will finish it here. And that's how we conquer death. That's how human beings can conquer death, Baba. So it's not the cessation of the thinking mind, and neither is it changing the thinking mind or stopping the thinking mind. It is just observation and redirecting your attention. Yeah? Wonderful. So then what Baba has said today, we will finish it here, that this is a sacrificial fire into which the whole world is totally sacrificed. Which world? Which world is sacrificed? Physical world? No, it exists forever. So which world is sacrificed? Sanskars. Sacrificed. World of sanskars. Yeah. Inner world. So thank you, Baba. Just check throughout the day, am I believing myself to be the changing mind and the changing body? Then you will suffer your mind and body. Not you, but you will give birth to a sufferer. And when I am aware of who I am, then I'm aware of the sufferer also, without suffering it. Just pay attention to you every moment. Otherwise, you will not even know, as Baba said, when Maya deceives you. So Baba and I. And from there, you can only be love and see love. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Baba.